Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashaya Bhutale Srimate Radhanath Swami Niti Namini. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namini. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarini. Om Ajnanathmirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshuramirittamena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manubhishtam Sthapitamena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Svapadantikam. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Utapadakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunadanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaidam Sabhadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sakagana Lalita Shri Visakhanvitamscha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namusute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpatarvyasya Kripa Sindhubhye Vachapatitanam Pavnebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Isvaraga Paramaha Krishnaga Satchidananda Vigragaga Anadi Radhi Govindaga Sarvakarana Karanam. Om Tat Sat. Hare Krishna. By the causeless mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead Sri Krishna, we are nicely studying Bhagavad Gita, the king of secrets, Raja Guhyam. So now we are successfully studying in the 10th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. There is Krishna's opulence, basically. Vibhuti. So here, Krishna, we already know that even from the 7th, 8th, 9th, all the chapters, because starting from 7th chapter, the very first sloka itself, Krishna is telling that he is going to tell about himself completely beyond any doubts. So that's what Krishna said. Maya sakta managa pata yogam yunjan madasrayaga asamsayam samagram mam yata nyasisi tachu. So asamsayam, without any doubt, asamsayam, samagram, fully, completely, mam yata nyasisi tachu. How to know me completely? You hear from me. That's what Krishna said in the very first sloka of the 7th chapter. From that sloka onwards, 7th, 8th, 9th, and all, we have already understood. Krishna already has given so much of knowledge about himself. Every sloka, we are understanding so much. These things we cannot get from anywhere else. It has to directly come from Krishna only. And since we got it, now we know that our path is all set. We know what to do because of this Bhagavad Gita knowledge. And we know that Krishna is with us and he is going to save us in all circumstances. Krishna is going to protect us in all circumstances. So, that guarantee Krishna already is giving in Bhagavad Gita. That's why Krishna says many times that there is no doubt about that also. In the 7th chapter, first sloka, Krishna said that without any doubt, I will teach you completely about myself. Asamsayam. That's what Krishna used the word. Asamsayam samagram mam yata nyasisi tachu. But in many places, Krishna said that mame vesasi asamsayam. You will come to me, there is no doubt about it. So, that way, Krishna is guaranteeing. Krishna is giving us sureties, guarantees that we are going to go to him if we just follow this power. So that confidence is there for us. With that strength, we will fully depend on Krishna on everything. Because he's protecting us from all directions. Krishna is there and he's taking care of us. He knows even before we get some problems. Krishna is knower of everything. He knows what kind of problem we are going to get it. We don't have to go and ask anyone, like look at the astrology or these things, all those things. We don't have to ask anything. We have to, Krishna knows our future. Bhavishyani cha bhutani. That's what Krishna said. I know the future. Vedaham samatitani vartamanani charjuna bhavishyani cha bhutani. So, then let us leave our future in Krishna's hands. Because he knows our future. So we don't have to ask anyone else. We don't have to worry about anything else. We just have to let Krishna help us, protect us. Let Krishna protect us. That's what we need to do. So, that way, Krishna is guiding us, being in our heart as the super soul. All the time, Krishna is guiding us. In every action, Krishna is with us. He is the witness, Sakshi. So, Krishna is the witness, Upadrishta. Upadrishta is the overseer. He is the witness. He is the Sakshi. So, Krishna is there. Krishna is seeing everything. So, now we need to just have that faith because we are protected by Krishna. We are very well taken care by Krishna. So now we need to put all our efforts and everything only to please the Supreme Lord without worrying about anything else. Whatever is happening in this world, let's not worry about it. To the extent possible, we can do only good things to others, everyone. That's what Yajna Dana Tapa Karma. We need to treat each and every individual as our own self. Atmaupamyena sarvatra samam pashyati yo Arjuna. Atmaupamyena means we should consider everyone as our own self. Sukham va yadiva dukkham sayogi paramo mataka. So in both happiness and distress, sukham va or yadiva dukkham. Sukham va, dukkham va, whatever it is. So we should be able to participate equally. Sukham va yadiva dukkham sayogi paramo mataka. So that is very important. So we need to leave everything to Krishna. We need to surrender unto Krishna. We need to fully depend on Krishna. So that way, Krishna is there with us and Krishna takes care of everything. So that way, we should not be competing for anything in this material world. We don't have to compete for the resources in this world because everything is supplied by Krishna. Everything is taken care by Krishna. So we don't have to worry about anything else. We just have to remember Krishna, do everything for Krishna. So that's why for us, we are so much fortunate that we are getting the knowledge to know everything about Krishna. This, as I mentioned a little earlier, like 7th, 8th, 9th, now we are in the 10th chapter, Vibhuti Yoga, and then 11th, Vishwarupa, 12th, there is Bhakti Yoga, devotional service, everything. We are going to understand everything from Krishna, what exactly he wants from us. Message is very clear. What exactly are his expectations? We know that very well. If we follow that, then we can satisfy Krishna. We can please Krishna. That's it. It's so clear, crystal clear. There is no room for any doubts or confusion. What we are supposed to do, that Krishna has taught us very clearly. We have to repeatedly study these slokas again and again and understand. We should not forget. That's what is very important. That's what we are doing. We are so much fortunate that we are able to revise these slokas so many times. Again and again. We are understanding so many times. And until the end of our life, we are going to do the same. And if we go to Goloka, then we will enjoy with Krishna. If we come back again to this material world, we are going to continue this studying this Bhagavad Gita again and again, glorifying Krishna, chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, and remembering Krishna and loving Krishna. So that's what our life is. That's what we are supposed to do, which we are doing. So by Krishna's causeless mercy, slowly and steadily, we are progressing. We may commit a lot of sins, but we need to understand that Krishna has already told very clearly that whatever sins we have already committed, he is going to take care. And definitely when we are in the right path, in the right direction, with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, when our focus is only Krishna, so then slowly and steadily when we elevate ourselves towards Krishna, we are not going to commit any more sins. That Krishna will take care. Krishna will protect us. That part we need to understand also very, very clearly. So because this knowledge is the Dharma, this Bhagavad Gita is the Dharma. Etu Dharmamritam Krishna. That's what Krishna says. It is Dharmamrita. So this Dharma, it's Amrita, it's giving us the life, which is going to give us the life which is Amrita, not death. Amritu. So that way, just by studying Bhagavad Gita, focusing everything what Krishna said in Bhagavad Gita, everything is going to go very smooth in our life. We are not going to face any issues in our life. No problems, no difficulties, no challenges, and everything will be taken care by Krishna very well. So that's why I always say that leave everything to Krishna. We just have to do everything for Krishna. For that, it is possible. That is possible only when we are connected with Krishna through this Bhagavad Gita knowledge. Then only it is possible. Otherwise, in this material world, there are so many ways we will get distracted. So many ways. Everywhere, this material world, full of distractions. Everything, whatever is happening around us in this material world, it's all taking us away from Krishna. It's the reality, very hard reality. Nobody is, in general, when we go out, when we see, in general, nobody wants to talk about Krishna. Only very rarely devotees, only they want to talk about Krishna. So that's why we have to we should be able to identify the devotees and then associate with the devotees. So identify the devotees, associate with the devotees, and serve Krishna with the devotees. So that means serve the devotees also. So that way we are really going to make very fast progress towards Goloka. That's very important. So in this material world, everyone is struggling because of the material nature. Everyone. Anyone who has got this material body, they have to struggle only. That's why Krishna himself told Arjuna, when Arjuna was with Krishna, himself Arjuna was struggling. Arjuna told Krishna that you need to learn to tolerate. Happiness and distress are like winter and summer seasons. They keep coming and going. One must learn to tolerate without getting disturbed. Tam stitiksasva bharata. Agama apayino anitya. So it comes and goes, which is temporary, anitya, which is not permanent, anitya. So that's why Krishna is saying that tam stitiksasva bharata. One must learn to tolerate them without being disturbed. When we are attached to Krishna all the time, when we are engaged in serving Krishna, so that means we are not going to be disturbed. We will be able to tolerate because all the time we will be engaged only in serving Krishna only. So that way in this life, whatever energy we have, whatever strength we have, skills, knowledge, everything should be used only in Krishna's service. That's what we are supposed to do. Any desires which are coming to our mind, that should be stopped. So desires are going to enter into our mind like rivers are entering into the ocean. Apuryamanam achala pradistam samudram apa pravisanti tatvat kamayam pravisanti sarve. Kama pravisanti sarve. Desires are entering from all directions. Kama pravisanti sarve. When we see a sense object, immediately Kama is entering. When we think about a sense object, immediately Kama is entering. So that's why Tattvat Kamayam pravishanti sarve. That is happening. But Sasantima apnoti nakama kami. Only a person who is not disturbed by such desires, who is not focusing on such desires, only he can get peace of mind. So desires are going to come to our mind. That's what our life in this world, all the time we are living like that way only. So surrounding us everywhere, all the situations, circumstances, everything is like that way only. But we need to learn. We need to focus on Krishna. We need to train our mind. So not to get disturbed by the desires. So that we are supposed to do. Then by Krishna's causeless mercy, we will not be disturbed by such desires, because we will always engage in Krishna's service and we will enjoy so much. So then there is no time for our mind to even focus on such desires. When we just ignore them, then they are going to just go away. That's it. When we just entertain them, then only we are in trouble. So we should just ignore. No such desire should affect us. So that means we should keep ourselves engaged only in Krishna's service all the time. That's what we are supposed to do. So by Krishna's causeless mercy, it is very much possible. When we are focused on Krishna, it's going to be very much possible. He is going to help us. Krishna is helping us all the time. So Krishna is the Rishikesha, is the master of all the senses. That's what Rishikesha. So that way, when we focus our mind on Krishna, Krishna is going to help us to control our senses. So then we are not going to struggle hard in this material world with senses. Manasastani, Indriyani, Prakritistani, Karsati. Why? Why we are struggling? Why we need to struggle? Why we need to suffer? Manasastani, Indriyani, Prakritistani, Karsati. When we surrender into Krishna, we are not going to struggle. We are not going to suffer. When we surrender into this Bhagavad Gita knowledge, we are not going to struggle at all. We are going to get Krishna's nature. First of all, Jnanam Labdha Param Shanti. We are going to achieve supreme peace of mind without adhigacchati, without any delay. Idam Jnanam Upashitya Mama Sadharmya Magata. So when we take shelter into this knowledge, we are going to get Krishna's nature. So that means we are going to go to Goloka. So that means we are not going to get controlled by the three modes of material nature. So that's the life what we want. So that's the situation, that's the position we need to gain. We need to get out of this material world. We need to give up all materialistic desires. We need to go to Goloka. We need to get connected with Krishna. So that's very, very important. It's extremely important. There is no time. We need to do as soon as possible, because this human life itself is very rare. This opportunity itself is extremely rare. And when we got this opportunity, we should not waste even a single moment. That's what is very important. We need to keep progressing. We need to keep moving keep marching towards Krishna. So this Bhagavad Gita knowledge definitely is going to help us in that way. There is no doubt about it. This Bhagavad Gita knowledge only is going to help us. Because this Bhagavad Gita knowledge only gives us all the knowledge we need to know about Krishna. Because it is directly coming from Krishna. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, he is teaching us Sakshat Kadayataka Swayam. He himself is directly speaking. Sakshat Kadayataka Swayam. Yogam Yogeshwarat Krishna. Sakshat Kadayataka Swayam. So by Krishna's mercy, in the 10th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, we already finished 6 verses. So what we studied in this number 4 and 5, in the 10th chapter, Krishna said very clearly, Buddhir Jnanam Masammoha Kshama Satyam Damaha Shamaha Sukham Dukkham Bhava Bhavo Bhayam Cha Bhayamevacha ahimsa samatha tusti tapodanam yasho yashaga bhavanti bhava bhutanam matayeva prithak vidaga. So buddhi, that is intelligence, jnanam, knowledge, asammohaga, freedom from doubt and illusion, asammohaga, shama, forgiveness, satyam, truthfulness, damaha, control of the senses, samaha, control of the mind, sukham, happiness, dukkam, distress, bhava, birth, abhava, death, bhayam, fear, abhayam, fearlessness, ahimsa, non-violence, samatha, equanimity, tusti, satisfaction, tapo, there is austerity, dhanam, charity, yaso, fame, ayasha, infame. All these various natures, pratak vidaha, bhavanti, they appear, they come, bhava, bhutanam. So these are all the various bhava, various natures of the living entities. Mattayeva, from me, they all come from me only. That's what Krishna is saying. Intelligence, knowledge, freedom from doubt and delusion, forgiveness, truthfulness, control of the senses, control of the mind, happiness and distress, birth, death, fear, fearlessness, non-violence, equanimity, satisfaction, austerity, charity, fame and infamy. All these various qualities of living beings are created by me alone. That's what Krishna is. Then in the next sloka, what we are studying, in this sloka number 6, what we studied in the last class, Maharshaya sapta purve chatvaro manavastata madbhava manasa jata yesham loka imaha prajaga. Yesham loka imaha prajaga. Maharshaya saptapure. So, Sapta Maharishis, Sapta Rishis, 7 Maharishis, 7 Rishis. Before that, 4 Kumaras, Pure Chatwar, 4 Kumaras. Then Manus, so 14 Manus, Manavas Tata. Madbhava Manasa Jata. Madbhava, from me, born of me, Manasa, from my mind, so they are born. Yesham loka imaha prajaga. From them, this world, the population, everything has come. So the 7 great sages, and before them, the 4 other great sages and the Manus come from me, born from my mind, and all the living beings populating the various planets descend from them. Then in the next sloka, Krishna is continuing in the 7th sloka, in the 10th chapter, what we are studying today. Yetham vibhutim yogam cha mamayo veti tattvataga. So vikalpena yogena jatenatra samsayaga. So anyone who understands all these opulence about me, mystic power about me, that's what opulence, yogam, that is etham vibhutim yogam cha mama yo veti tattvadaga. Yo veti tattvadaga means those who knows this fact, those who understands this truth, that all these things are coming from me only. These are my opulences. Then that person, without any deviation, avikalpena, so that's what without division, avikalpena yogena yujjate. So he will be performing, engaged in this yoga, in this Bhagavad Gita. He will surrender unto me. So he will do everything for me. In this there is no doubt. Na atra samsayaga. There is no doubt. So that's what Krishna is teaching here. So we know, we understand now, everything is coming from Krishna. Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So we just have to now, as Krishna is teaching here, we should just, without any deviation, always engage in Krishna's service As Krishna himself says that there is no doubt about it. So that means there is no doubt we will definitely get engaged in Krishna's service. One who is factually convinced of this opulence and mystic power of mind engages in unalloyed devotional service. Of this, there is no doubt. So by Krishna's causeless mercy, we have successfully finished 7 slokas in the 10th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Now let us chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra and focus our mind on the transcendental sound vibration. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Radhanath Swami Nithi Namini. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Nithi Namini. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvisesa Sunyavadi Paschatya Desattarini. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnanandana Salakaya Chakshurumilitamena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gauravatta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna 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 Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Rama Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare 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 Ram Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Chitrita Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Guruji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Yeah, I've not been able to talk to you for a long time, but yes, thank you so much.
Reply you yet, Hare Krishna.
Yes, I sent you a message. I got a little confused that day, and so I wanted to ask you that exactly how it gets a little difficult sometimes to follow everything by the books. That's why it scares you also at times.
In Bhagavad Gita, when we just follow, everything is very clear. There is no confusion at all.
Yes.
That's why we should
in fact, one of the things
Bhagavad Gita. We shouldn't be reading anything else.
Yes, Guruji. One of the things which she told us is that she told that this or Bhagavad Gita. I said, Bas Baba, thank God Bhagavad Gita is there, so nothing else.
People without knowing, they will say it is in Bhagavad Gita. That's a major problem. Yes. I still remember during my IIT days, a person argues with me. I think I mentioned earlier also. He told me, he was trying to convince me that why you are saying Krishna, Krishna like that. In Bhagavad Gita, there is not even a single word Krishna like that. And all they talk. So many times Krishna comes in Bhagavad Gita, correct? So, but
yes,
people talk a lot of things. Yes, we should not be just believing in anyone.
Yes, Guruji. That what I understand. When I thought of it rationally, I said, no, I should definitely not get so perturbed. And thank you, Guruji. Thank you very much, Guruji. Thank you.
Yes.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Ina Mataji, Hare Krishna. Jyoti Mataji, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Sangeeta Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Guruji. Thank you for the class, Guruji. It was very interesting to hear.
Yes, Mataji.
Thank you so much, Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Sangeeta Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Pranam, Guruji. Thank you for the wonderful class. No questions, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Pranam, Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Mohanan Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Pranam, Guruji.
Pranam Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much for the class, Guruji. Again, one of the excellent class, Guruji. Thank you so much, Guruji. Thank you for your effort. Hare Krishna, Guruji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Subbalakshmi Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Whenever we are listening Gita, wherever we are listening Gita, but we get small knowledge. It is a big ocean. Gita is a big ocean. We get small knowledge, but we are understand that much of knowledge, we chanting always Krishna Nama, mantra. what I understand that, Prabhuji, yes or no, I don't know, but what I understand that it is a ocean, big ocean. It is, we are not understanding, it is not easy. I think, thank you, Prabhuji. Have a wonderful class. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Brinda Mataji, Hare Krishna. Deepesh Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Thank you for the wonderful class, Guruji. I don't have any questions today.
Yes, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Sujaya Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
I joined it a bit late, so I have to go through YouTube and
Yes, Prabhu, you can follow.
sorry, it's
No.
some work, so I couldn't join earlier.
At least you can.
Thank you for the class, Guruji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Ram. Sumati Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you very much for the class, Guruji. And again, we have revised all the things that Krishna has told. And one another great thing is that he has told, if you always think about me, you will come to me. So that is the simplest way of going back to Krishna. Just think of him always. And thank you for keeping us in practice, Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Leela Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Thank you once again, Guruji, for this wonderful class, Guruji. Thank you very much, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna. Satyendra Singh Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Pranam.
Pranam Prabhu, Hare Krishna. I hope Krishna's mercy you have recovered, Prabhu, now. Hare Krishna.
Yes, yesterday I was discharged. I am back in my home. Recovering. A little pain is there. Better. Interesting session, Guruji. Really wonderful. And hospital days also I tried to listen you, but in the meantime during session also the doctors and those people are visiting, that was interruption. Only one day I could talk to you.
Yes.
Really, and today's session was wonderful, and this is the essence of this thing, that we have not to worry anything. We have to only remember Krishna. He will take care of all this. This is the main. Thank you, Guruji, for your wonderful class. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Vishnu Vardhana Rao Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. No questions, Guruji. Thank you, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Namaste, Guruji.
Namaste, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Mahendra Shukla Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Pranam. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Nandi Saji. Hare.
Akshay Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. So today's session was really good. And thank you so much, Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Lakshmi Sridhar Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Pranam, Guruji.
Pranam, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
The costless mercy of Krishna. We are studying Bhagavad Gita, the King of Secrets. Now we are in the 10th chapter, Vibhuti Yoga, which explains the opulence of Krishna. Krishna says, without any doubt, asamsayam, know completely about me. This knowledge is directly delivered by Krishna. We know Krishna is with us always and take care of us. Krishna knows our future. Krishna will protect us.
Can you hear me?
1 second, Mataji. Let Lakshmi Sridhar Prabhu finish it. Yes, ma'am.
I cannot hear. Sorry. I cannot hear.
No problem. Yes.
Krishna will protect us. Krishna guides us. Krishna is seeing everything. We should treat everyone as our own self. Krishna tells us what we are supposed to do. By Krishna's mercy, slowly we are progressing and we are not going to commit any more sins. Bhagavad Gita, the Dharmamrutam, by studying Bhagavad Gita, focusing on Krishna, everything will go smoothly. Krishna will take care of everything. This is possible only by connecting Krishna through Bhagavad Gita knowledge, because this material world is full of distress and struggle. We have to identify devotees, we have to associate with devotees, we have to serve Krishna along with devotees. By that way, we can progress for Goloka. Desires are very bad. Desires will be come to our mind from all directions. But we have to engage ourselves in service of Krishna. Then we need not worry about desires. Desires will be stopped. He who is not disturbed by that desires will get peace of mind. We need to focus our mind on Krishna, engaged in Krishna's service always. Then we are not affected by these desires. There is no struggle, no suffering. We will achieve peace of mind. In the last slokas, 10th chapter, 6th sloka, Krishna tells the great 7 sages, 4 Manus, and other Maharishis are born from me, from my mind. From them, all the living beings, population descend. And today's sloka, 7th sloka, Krishna tells anyone who understands that all this opulence of mind, power coming from me only, that person without any deviation engaged in my service, surrender unto me. There is no doubt about that. Very nicely told. Thank you very much, Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Brinda Mataji, Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna.
Sorry, I
No problem.
came in the middle because I was in the hospital and I saw unmute and mute. So,
Yeah.
yes, Guruji. Thank you for the class, Guruji. And very, very encouraging to really know again and again how to connect to Krishna and his opulences. Thank you, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Thank you, Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Tina Mataji. Mani Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu. Hare Krishna. There is Lenovo. It's written as like that. Hare Krishna. Are you able to unmute? Hare Krishna. Anita Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Pranam Guruji.
Pranam Mataji, Pranam, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Thank you so much for the class. Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram. Pranam Guruji.
Pranam Mataji, Pranam. Mani Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Lenovo, Hare Krishna. We will now listen to Prabhupada's Kirtan, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. You just got unmuted. Lenovo, the name. Hare Krishna. Are you able to unmute again? Okay. So, Krishna Prabhupada's Kirtan.
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna. Lenova are the name. Hare Krishna. Are you able to now talk? Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. I'm not able to hear you well. Can you be a little louder? Hare Krishna. We'll again see tomorrow. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Rama.
Hare Krishna, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna. Prabhu, what's your name, Prabhu? You are calling from where? We just now finished our Bhagavad Gita, so we'll send the YouTube link. Hare Krishna.